What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to SoCal Exploring. My name is Scott, and you are watching the #1 stop for all things theme park related in the Southern California area. How's everybody doing today? I'm starting a new series as a part of this whole quarantine thing that's going on, which is, I haven't decided on the official name yet, but for those of you guys who are wondering what it is, which you're watching right now, it's going to be called the SoCal Exploring Theme Park Weekly Wrap-Up. So like I said, that's not going to be the official name most likely, or maybe it will be, who knows. You'll obviously know by the title of this video, but basically I'm going to be breaking down some of the news in all the theme parks, even across the nation, from internationally to over in Florida. We'll throw in a couple of those here and there and talk about their news as well. Just quick little tad bits of the different updates, whether it be like a new merchandise line that just came out or some new news regarding the parks that have opened back up, which we do have a couple of topics today. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm going to be trying to do this every week or maybe even every 4 days. I'm going to try this format out a little bit more, and I honestly think it's going to work a little bit. So call me a news anchor. That's why I got this festive button-up shirt on. You know, I gotta dress to impress my new news show. I know somebody got mad at me for saying new news, but I'm sorry that I said it. I very much apologize. I'm new to this. But with that being said, let's get right into SoCal Exploring's weekly theme park wrap-up. I'm gonna have to get used to that a little bit. If you want to take it one step further in supporting SoCal Exploring, donate $3 to our Buy Me a Coffee page linked down in the description to help us produce higher quality theme park content for you all to enjoy, and those who do support will be featured in various future videos on our YouTube channel, SoCal Exploring. Big thank you to our already donators, which are Ricky and Roman. You guys are the best for donating. Thank you guys very much. It helps out a lot. You can also visit our merch store where you can snag some official SoCal Exploring merchandise at a very reasonable price, just like one of our decal stickers for only $3.99. Just visit teespring.com/stores/SoCal Exploring-3 or click the link in the description of this video. And most importantly, as always, check out our social media at SoCal Exploring Media on Instagram and at SoCal Exploring on Twitter, and subscribe if you're new here with those bell notifications on, because you're not going to want to miss these weekly theme park updates that we're doing, even though all the theme parks are closed. Now, our first piece of news today: Disney senior executives are all taking salary cuts. Now, if you guys don't know what salary cuts are, it's basically where you give away some of your pay. So both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek, some of the head guys in the Walt Disney Company, Bob Chapek now being promoted to the head guy in the Walt Disney Company, are both going into salary cuts. Bob Iger is giving up 100% of his salary, which means that he won't be getting paid for the time being until the theme parks open back up, to free up budget for potential theme park rides or whatever it may be, budgets for movies, whatever it may be. Bob Iger is such a good guy for doing this and giving up his 100% salary. I mean, he's made so much money. Just to give you guys a little bit of perspective on how much money Bob Iger in specific makes. Last year, I think he made somewhere around $50 million. So that's a lot of money, but good for him that he's putting the company first and looking after his employees, the theme park attractions. You gotta remember, it takes a lot of money to build these theme park attractions, to produce these high quality movies that they do, and just everything in general related to the Walt Disney Company. It takes a lot of money, and right now they're suffering from the coronavirus closures because they're not making any money. So big props to Bob Iger for giving up 100% of his salary for the time being. Bob Chapek, too, big props for giving up 50% of his salary. There's also some other senior executive Walt Disney Company members that will be giving up some of their salary. I think there's one on there that was like 30% and 20%, but nonetheless, it may seem like, yeah, they're rich and they have plenty of money to live off of, but still, giving up 50 to 100% of your salary, that's still a lot of money to give up. Now, do keep in mind, though, this is just a salary with Disney. Bob Iger and Bob Chapek may still make money off the stocks that they have. And yes, it was just recently announced by Disney that their two parks in the USA, Walt Disney World and Disneyland, will be closed indefinitely. And before you guys get scared by the word indefinitely, that doesn't mean that they're closed forever. A lot of Disney bloggers have been using that word a lot to get more clicks because people are afraid that the park's closing forever. A lot of people don't really know what the meaning of indefinitely means. They just think that it means forever. Indefinitely does not mean that. It just means until further notice. So they don't have a set opening date of when the parks are going to open back up, but it is until further notice, as President Trump has extended our quarantine time through April 30th. So this whole month you want to practice social distancing, stay inside, guys. We got to beat this coronavirus together. So I urge you guys to stay inside and follow all the procedures that everybody is telling you, as far as the guys that know what they are talking about for the COVID-19. Wow, I never thought that I'd be saying President Trump's name on this YouTube channel, which also means that all theme parks in the Southern California area and throughout the United States are closed until further notice, except for here in the Southern California area. Six Flags Magic Mountain and Knott's Berry Farm, which have stated in their press releases that they will be closed until mid-May. That is the only place that we know that has a speculated opening date, hinting at a mid-May opening. However, I think they'll be closed a little bit longer than that. As we've seen with Disney as of recently, they have just announced that they are not accepting reservations until June 1st for their hotels, for their dining, for whatever it may be, not until June 1st. So this could very well just be a precautionary measure for reservations, or it could also mean that Disney as well as the other theme parks aren't opening until after June 1st. One of the more cooler things in today's news is ABC7 actually put out a flyover aerial video on their YouTube channel, and that'll be linked down in the description to watch the full video of Disneyland. And you can just see how weird it looks for Disneyland to be a ghost town. There's literally nobody in there, but it's also a really cool and unique view that we wouldn't be able to get at all. I mean, right now we'd be able to get it because of the pandemic. Nobody's out at the parks, but on any other normal day that this pandemic's not going on, we wouldn't be able to see Disneyland like that. And it's really, really cool, especially Galaxy's Edge. It's cool to see how empty it is and see the show building for Smuggler's Run and Rise of Resistance off to the corner. It's just really weird and really eerie almost how empty Disneyland is. There's literally nobody in there. I'm sure there's a few employees that need to be there to keep up with Disneyland's upkeep that are essential employees like the execs, etc. But it's crazy to see Disneyland like this, and it is sad, but it's also a cool and unique way to see Disneyland. Now, a tad bit of good news. Legoland California recently sent out an email today, as I'm filming this, on April 1st, that says that Legoland will be closed through April 14th of 2020. Now, this was an official press release. Originally, they said they were going to be closed through April 15th. Now that they're saying that they're closed through April 14th. Now, nonetheless, April 14th and April 15th should not be the days. I would think that all the parks are opening after April 30th because that is when the quarantine is extended to for the United States. So could this be a typo? I've actually reached out to Legoland California and re-emailed them back and asked them, hey, is this a typo? They have not responded yet, but keep up to date with their socials, as I will keep you guys up to date when I get a response back. It's just kind of weird. But a little thing that I'd like to point out is that Legoland Japan has been one of the first theme parks to open back up since its closure due to the coronavirus. Legoland Japan is now open for guests to enjoy. This is really exciting stuff because it shows that we're slowly progressing to all the theme parks opening nationwide. Now, we still have a lot of work to do here in the US, but this just gives us a little hope and a little bit of happiness that soon these theme parks will open back up and we'll get to enjoy them. Now, with Legoland Japan being one of the first theme parks to open in Japan, could this mean that Legoland California is going to open early? I don't really think so, but it's just kind of weird that they sent out an official press release saying that they're going to be closed through April 14th, like an updated press release as of today. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see, and I'll keep you guys updated. Also, for you Halloween Horror Nights fans, as of recently, at HHN Nightmares on Twitter put out their annual speculation map for the event, and if you guys aren't familiar with them, they have basically predicted the whole lineup the past 2 to 3 years. So they put out the one for Orlando, and I decided to make one on my own, as I always do, based off the one in Orlando. Now, if you guys are curious as to where I got these maze ideas, it's from the one that HHN Nightmares made, and just really thinking about, okay, what intellectual property would work out in Hollywood and what exactly I think is going to come to Hollywood. So I put out a couple of my predictions on that map, and I made a full map about it. I have since took it down just because, I don't know, I've never really liked to talk about leaks or anything on my socials or channels in general. I've kind of tried to stray away from that. So I've taken it down. For those of you who got to see it, props to you. You guys are getting to see it right now. And also HHN Nightmares made another version of the Hollywood map. I'm really curious to see if this is true, which, like I said, HHN Nightmares has done a great job at predicting mazes in the past. I think that this is going to be a solid lineup. There's a couple on there that I'm iffy about, like Gremlins and Billie Eilish, as I was talking about. Billie Eilish is most likely going to come to Halloween Horror Nights this year. I have said that from the very beginning. I made a full-on video talking about it like way early in the season. I just think Billie Eilish is definitely going to come to the event this year on both coasts. And if we do get a Beetlejuice maze, which is on there, I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about the potential Jordan Peele's original maze. I think that's going to be really cool. Even though I wish that it was Candyman, the reboot movie this year, which who knows if it'll get pushed back or not. I was really hoping that it's going to be that, but it's looking like they're just going to have to go with an original maze. And last but not least, for all of you guys wondering about what's going to happen with your annual pass holder payments, and you guys don't know what exactly is going on, you haven't really communicated with the different theme parks, it seems like most of the theme parks are taking the same direction and just adding on extra days to the expiration date, whatever your season pass may be, adding on all the extra days that they were closed. So if they're closed for 2 months, they're going to add on 2 months past your expiration date without you having to pay at all. However, you're still having to pay the monthly payments even though we can't go out to the parks right now, which is kind of unfortunate. I mean, they do need to make money somehow, and we did sign a contract, but I just wish that they'd put the payments on hold, because as some of you guys may know, a lot of people are struggling with jobs and everything. I'm struggling right now because my job is closed down, so it's really hard for me to make income. So it's hard to pay for those theme park passes. I just wish Disney and other theme parks would be more considerate about that. I think Universal actually may be freezing the monthly payments. I don't know, don't quote me on that, but I think that they may be freezing the monthly payments. However, you can't freeze any monthly payments. You had to pay it through, but they are doing where they add the extra months or extra weeks that they were closed to the end of your expiration date. Also, with Six Flags Magic Mountain, they gave like an updated press release out that said you will be getting a free pass upgrade. So with me, I have the Diamond Pass. I'm getting a free Diamond Elite upgrade completely free of charge. I'm assuming that's how it is with all the other annual pass types. But that does it for today's episode of the SoCal Exploring Theme Park News Weekly Wrap-Up. I hope you guys enjoyed this new series. I really enjoyed doing it. Like I said, instead of just making tons of small videos, I enjoy doing one kind of news broadcast video in my fancy attire right here. Hope you guys enjoyed this floral shirt. If you guys are new here, subscribe with those bell notifications on. Follow us on social media at SoCal Exploring Media on Instagram and at SoCal Exploring on Twitter. And make sure to check out our website, SoCalExploring.com. Guys, buy your merch, linked down in the description, and donate to our Buy Me a Coffee page today. It really helps out a lot, especially in a time like this. My name is Scott. You've been watching SoCal Exploring. Positivity is key. And most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace.
To stop what you're doing and listen.